So I have a couple of things to go over on my agenda, unless you guys have anything. So I'm just going to open it up for open discussion. If you guys have any questions, Lou, I saw you sent your forms. You may want to connect in the next week or two. Absolutely would love that. What I'm basically going to do is build out a rough scope of work for this property that we're closing on in a day or two, and getting ready to start up. So does anybody have any questions? I know how y'all usually all bombard each other and rush the mic with your questions. So
not right now.
All right, just making sure. All right, so I'll show you a little bit, into our process too. This was an offer form, basically an email that my acquisitions guy sent to me. Charlie's lead. Charlie's a VA, a virtual assistant. He does cold calling for us. So there's actually a deal that he found with cold calling. Okay. So I don't know how many of y'all are utilizing cold calling as a lead valve, but this was a deal that was bought to us. 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 1,400 square feet. He put AC full replacement, old and rusted. Foundation, no issues, no cracks. Roof, 10 years old per seller, looks really good. Never flooded, minor fascia trim, overall clean subdivision. So there's a link to pictures. And then he used the Mesa, basically just sent out this part. 504 Oleander, 1,400 square feet. And I'll show you why that 1,400 number is really important. After repair value, basically $200,000. We may be even to push that these days. He estimated $35,000 in repairs and at a 68% ARV. I will tell you that this is a deal that we worked on for a couple of months, and we did not close at that price. Let's see here, 72% minus 35,108. So we're in it about a 72% deal because we ended up increasing our offer to 107,000. The reason we did that was, one, we're hard up for deals. Number two, we feel very good about pushing price, increasing price, or simply being able to feel confident that we're going to be able to get our price and get it really, really quickly. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does, because we did increase our offer based on that. Okay, so there we go. So that's the deal, so to speak. And this is the actual house. So here's our process, right? So if we usually, don't build a scope of work, a rehab scope, until after we've already closed on the property. That is not best practice. I did not used to do it that way. Whenever I would build a scope of work, I would build it out like as soon as I went under contract, and that's what I encourage all of you guys to do. But on a property such as this, very make ready, very clean, cookie cutter type of deal, then we're real comfortable. We're very comfortable with going ahead and closing on it, building out the scope of work after we close. So what I'm going to do today is run through the bid template and kind of show you my process on building a scope of work. And this is what we call a phase one scope of work. If you remember from the training videos on estimating repairs, I put there's really two ways. There's two types of scopes of work that you're going to build. There's the kind of phase one rough estimate, kind of ballparking it. So that's what we're doing here. And then number two is just you have to get bids. You have to get bids on everything. So anyways, so here we go. I'm just running through some pictures, soaking it in, looking at everything, and then I'm going to get to building the scope of work. So everybody good so far? Any questions with what we're going to cover today? As I soak in my Diet Mountain Dew that is so incredibly delicious. If you haven't tried it yet, quick plug, Diet Mountain Dew. It's phenomenal. It is really, really good. By the way, guys, we also we are mailing out. They should have been mailed out already. Our campaign, our new campaign, given the certain market. I'm going to download these so it'll help me go a little quicker. To landlords and owners with high equity. So I should be able to give you guys an update on that pretty soon. Okay, so this is our rehab template, and hopefully everyone can see my screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to increase my screen size, and let me make this really big so y'all can see everything. And so it's pretty similar to you guys that you have in the members area. I think we've made some tweaks to ours, and we have certain contractors and things here pre-assigned, which makes the job for my VA a little bit easier. Guys, we have I spent thousands of dollars and built this out to a software platform that just kept giving us problems and problems and problems. So we just use a spreadsheet. That's what we use. We're not doing there's no commission because we're not doing this on a contractor basis. That's what we used to do. So I've actually played around with that idea of bringing that back, that division, Brian, if you want to talk about that later, but no, I have to get really clear on that. Not sure if I'm going to do that. So here's what I do, guys. If for some reason you can't see my screen, let me know. Everyone should be able to. Let's see if anybody else has hopped onto the call. I got to do these the Zoom things where I have to kind of let people in. And let me see if I've got my pictures downloaded yet. Nope, not yet. Still exporting. Almost ready. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to go through and this is kind of like an 80-20 rule practice. So what I'm basically going to do is go through and eliminate stuff that I'm not going to need. So you can just copy and delete it. I made this little numbering system a long time ago, and it just helps me. So if anything I'm going to delete, I'm just going to delete it. So my acquisition guy told me that foundation work is not needed. So I'm just going to leave those two areas basically and delete those. Same thing with concrete. We're not going to do any concrete work. I'm just going to delete it all. Roof, he told me the roof is fine. I haven't seen it in person. So what I'm going to do is leave a roof. This is what I call a roof service. I'm going to do a roof service and possibly clean it. I don't know. So I'm going to leave this line item in and that line item in. You see where it says square footage? A lot of this stuff is based off square footage. So 1404. So I'm going to put a square footage number there. And it's going to basically kick out like a price, essentially. Okay. So the reason I delete numbers, so in the end, when I want to sort everything, I can just go data, sort range, A, boom, and then I delete all this trash because that means I don't need it. So what we're trying to do is right now there's 500 and something line items, 522. We're going to get that down to probably somewhere around 150 line items. For example, we've got a master bath area, a hall bath number 2, hall bath, and a half bath. Well, I know that there's only 2 bathrooms in this home. So I'm going to delete the half bath template items and the hall bath template items, hall bath number 1. So that way, whenever we get to those sections, we'll have a lot less to choose from. Okay, so some other things. We're not replacing windows. We may have a broken window. I don't know yet, so I'm going to leave that item. You see here, final cleaning says 1,500 square feet. Wiring, 1,500 square feet. All these 1,500 square feet, that's because it's on our template. So the next thing I'm going to do is do the find and replace. So find 1,500, replace for 1,404 because it's a 1,404 square foot home. So I'm going to put replace all. Done. Now magically, 1,500 square foot has been replaced to 1,404. Okay. Hopefully everybody's with me. And then what I'm going to do now is go up to the top, and we're going to start from the beginning, and I'm going to update as needed. And if there's anything I'm not sure about, I'm just going to I'm going to leave it on here, because on Wednesday I'll print this out, meet with my contractors at the property, and so I can kind of have a printout version. I can mark through, yes, we're going to keep it, no, we're not, you know, I need to add this item, delete that item, make some notes of things that I had missed and put it on here. Somebody give me a verbal, like makes sense, Brant, like it, you know, whatever. Sometimes it gets kind of lonely here when I'm talking to myself. So if y'all can hear me.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Yeah, so rehab estimating doesn't have to be overwhelming, but it is for most people. But it's overwhelming just because they don't really have a system. Okay, they don't have a system. So I'm basically showing you, hey guys, like this is my system. Okay, so let's pull these pictures up. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna hop around a lot, so just forgive me of that. This panel and meter, they do not look good. Okay, they do not look good. I suspect it's a Federal Pacific, but I really don't know. I remember there was another picture in here with the panel. I'm gonna reserve judgment on this panel as for now, but I will tell you, you see the phone boxes and the cable wires and all that kind of stuff, those things drive me crazy. All right, so where is man, I had a specific oh man, what happened to my template? I have a specific line item that seems to be missing. What happened to my line item? May have gotten deleted. Remove cable phone wires from home. This is something that's kind of included in the prepping of the house, but I just have them rip all those wires off and clean it up. Okay, there's the inside. The inside of my panel. It does not look great, but all of that's just corrosion. You know, right now, I'm saying that we are in a seller's market. That being said, I'm probably going to replace this panel because it looks really bad. I'm going to push price on this house. So this is my electrical section, okay? So here are some things that we do. Electrical troubleshooting to check all sockets. Yeah, we want them to do that. Check to make sure the house is copper wiring. This is more of not a line item unless he was going there just for that, but he's going to be there. I'm going to have him go ahead and do that and check it out, because if it's copper wiring, there's a different set of plugs that are needed. If we're keeping our plugs and switches, which we are 99% sure not going to, because they're probably old and stale and crusty looking, so we're going to delete that. We're going to install new plugs and switches through the entire house. It includes GFCIs, all the things that we need. We're not going to add USB outlets. There may be some missing or damaged electrical boxes, but let me see. I'll leave that on there for now. But all of this verbiage is for aluminum wiring. We don't need it. Yes, we cover all phone lines and cable lines. So you see like these old, phone lines and things that we used to use. We just don't use them now like we used to. So what we do is rather than doing a sheetrock patch, we'll usually just put a cheap like 50-cent blank cover on it. I'm going to go ahead and leave the electrical panel on there, but I'm going to delete these two items because we're not going to rewire the house and we're not going to install a meter riser. So if you see that, my section for electrical work is basically done. Quick and easy, right? And now this is just the phase one. So we may get out there and determine some more repairs are needed or less repairs, and then we'll adjust accordingly. So I'm looking at some things. I'm like, okay, the carpet looks okay, but I'll tell you that 99% sure we're going to go and replace carpet. That fan does look really good though, so that's a good thing. This is the living room. I'm assuming. I don't see any baseboards. See that? So that may be something that comes back to haunt us. All right, kitchen. So now I'm looking at a picture from the kitchen. And you know what? I'm going to do something else. Hold on real quick because I think he also included a video. Let's check. Let's do the video first. Let's see what Alex gave us to work with on the video. This is 1 minute and 24. So I know this is already going to be very, very short. Okay, there's our hall bathroom. What are you guys thinking about this tub and tub surround? If I'm wanting to push price, I'm probably going to need to replace it. I'm seeing a vanity here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knobs, a toilet that we're going to replace, approximately 25 feet of flooring, a mirror that we can hopefully keep, and a light that we're going to replace, and that looks like a vent fan. So what I'm going to do, based off that, and some of this, it's something, it's kind of like the 10,000 hour rule. Like I can do it pretty quick because I've done this a long time and built a system. So this is the system, guys. The drain waste vent, that's basically the P-trap kind of thing that goes under the sink. I'm sorry. No, the drain waste vent is if we're installing a new one. That's not that. So I'm going to delete that. We're going to repair, prep, and paint vanity. Not going to replace the base, not going to replace doors, not going to replace drawers, not going to install new vanity. We are going to replace the knobs, approximately 5 of them. No handles. The countertop would not be laminate, so I'm a big fan of granite. Now this countertop looks pretty darn good. Unless I miss something there, I am going to highlight this yellow because I'm probably not going to do it. So I'm just going to leave this in there in case I need to. This is our P-trap, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that. The mirror looks okay. Now, sometimes what we do, and I'm going to change my wording, is we paint the mirror surrounding trim. I'm literally paying my guys for a whole paint job, so I may pay them like $5 labor. By the way, guys, this is my labor column. Go to the top. This is my labor column, quantity unit per house, square footage, whatever. It's what it's multiplied by. This is my labor. This is my materials. This is my total cost. So let me come back down. Okay, so faucet, yes. Mirror, nope, nope, nope. I'm going to factor into remove the tub. And install a new tub and tub surround. A new shower kit. All of these items are for a shower, so I'm going to delete those. All that will be deleted. A new toilet, yes. A new vent fan, yes. A new circuit, no, we already have it there. Toilet paper and towel holder, we actually usually don't do those anymore. We just have never found that it prevented someone buying a house, and no one has ever said, there's not a toilet paper holder here. So I'm going to resort that range. Boom. I'm going to delete these items. Those are the items I selected not to use. So if you see here, I've got, oops, did I hop down to master bath? Oh, hold on. I grabbed a little bit too far. Okay, there we go. Data, sort range, bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so you see this. I'm going to show you guys something really cool. So in our hall bath, this is our scope of work. If we decide to do the granite countertops, which this is about a 3 foot by 2 foot countertop, this is about 6 foot of countertops, okay? So if we prep and paint the vanity, install new knobs, new granite countertops, 4-inch border, undermount sink, faucet, drain and trap, paint the mirror trim, remove the tub, install a new bathtub, install new waste drain overflow kit, which is for the drain in the shower kit, install a new tub surround, which includes hardy backer board, new shower kit, toilet, vent fan. That's everything that we're doing. I could do a quick search like here. So here's something really cool. If $2,000, okay, is what that number is. So if you see a similar bathroom to this and you're going to hire a contractor, and the only thing I haven't included in this is like the paint and flooring costs, because those are done in a different line item. You can be like, okay, that's like, add in your contractor fees. Okay, that's about a $3,000 rehab for that bathroom. Does that make sense, everybody? Hopefully so. If not, let me know. Somebody give me some feedback.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Lou. Man, this carpet looks actually really good. So we may end up keeping this carpet. This bedroom looks great. It looks phenomenal. Alex should have gone in and gave him a little bit better job, but his preliminary ones he doesn't. That fan I don't like. We're going to do a flush mount light. Looks like we're missing some doors here. Also, I happened to notice previously there's flat doors. So I'm going to build in my budget to go ahead and install 6-panel doors. There's probably a dozen or less for a house this size. There's our entry closet, coat closet, so to speak. Here's our living room. All of that tile flooring is going to be done. This is a dining living area also. Oh, that's he's gone into the master bedroom. I do not like these kind of spindle things, balusters, very much. So let's take a look at the master bath. We have a vent fan. We've got a tub. We have a tub surround. We have a bigger vanity. The thing is, it has 2 faucets and 2 sinks, even though you couldn't see them. I could. And there we go. Very poor job on Alex's video. And we've got a mirror and a medicine cabinet. So, and the assumption is we have a vanity light. So I'm going to do the same thing for the master bath. I'm going to quickly delete what I believe we don't need. Update some square footage. Two frame mirrors from Home Depot. May consider doing an upgraded bathtub. They're about $100, $150 more. Not a soaker tub, just an upgraded bathtub, but it is a high perceived value, and it's a value add. I really like them, and I believe they help to sell a house a little bit. And so I'm going to factor that into my cost. I can always just remove it when I go out there, or here in a little bit when if I find out that my budget is a little bit higher than I want it to be, then I can start cutting costs. So there's my master bath scope of work. Okay, see how we're progressing here? So I've eliminated my hall bath items. Like we like to start, if you guys remember from the training also, I talk about it's better to be comprehensive than it is to be accurate. So this template I've built over the years helps us to be very comprehensive with things. So now we just have to delete things that we don't need, and then we work towards getting an accurate square footage and finding out if we actually need it or not. So, all right, we're down to 67,000. We still have to cut this in about half, but we're trending in a good direction, I think. Oops, I go back. These spindles, I already mentioned that. So I've got a general section here. Now my pricing is not going to be accurate at all on some of my general items, but if you see here, general room things. So I just leave some notes. So I'm going to put like, master bedroom, pending, because I don't know what I want to do with it. I want to remove balusters or sheetrock. Actually, I'm not even going to do that. That's probably what I'm going to do. I was going to say maybe I would sheetrock that wall in, create a door, fully enclosed master bath. For this budget of home, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather install all like hard tile flooring in the whole master bedroom. That is considered an upgrade rather than doing any major work. Move balusters prior to painting. Provide wood fill. To what do we want to call this? Ledge, the pony wall top. Okay, so I got to figure in some budget and materials. Basically, my demo guy is going to bust it out. My painters are already getting paid, but they're going to wood fill it, sand it. So that's what I'm anticipating my cost is, unless they give me any pushback. I'm also looking at other things as I go along. Like we're going to need blinds, probably about a dozen, one or two less. French doors, hopefully okay. All right, now we get to the breakfast and the kitchen. That living room fan looks okay. That entry light looks unacceptable. I'm looking at fireplace. I'm just taking all this in right now, and I'm going to go through room by room. So I'm going to count. These look like handles, kind of hard to see, but they're handles. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably 13, 14. And we've got some knobs, 13, 14, 18 handles, 8 knobs, something like that. So I'm in the kitchen now. I'm going to go and start deleting some stuff. Sometimes we leave this in here because a lot of times there's been a sink leak and it just looks like crap under the sink. So we like to install a new base and paint it. So these are just items I'm not doing. I think we said about 6. I think we said about 18. I'll verify those on Thursday. Okay, granite countertops. So I'm just going to kind of ballpark it. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 linear feet, which is going to come out to about 40 square feet, 20 times 2. There is no bar. Granite on the windowsill. I like to do it most times. I may elect to remove that, but let's go ahead and leave it on there. Always we have to replace decking, undermount sink. We don't have a cooktop, so we can delete those 2 items. Drain and trap, yes. Backsplash, Yes. This one, it's also about 40 linear feet. You see, about 20 linear feet times 2. So typically, plus we've got this. The backsplash square footage surface area is very similar to the granite. So then we get into appliance package. So they've got a flat top stove, electric, a dishwasher, and a vent hood. I'd like to put a microwave here, but we really can't without changing those cabinets because it's going to be too low. So we're going to go with that here. So let me see here. Stove, electric, basic stainless. Almost always will we go stainless. Vent hood, it is a standard 30-inch, so that's good. Basic stainless dishwasher. Utility line for box refrigerator, maybe. I may delete that out depending on what I see on whenever we walk it. Still haven't scheduled that yet. Okay, so I'm going to delete these items. And once again, note that I have not updated flooring and lighting yet. All right, hopefully everybody's with me. So let's see here. Oh, what do we have in lighting? Like a fluorescent light and a breakfast light. Very good. Beautiful. Okay, so that was video. That was very helpful. Is that my only video? See if Alex did one for the exterior. He did not. That's okay. Let me run through my pictures again. I see a fireplace, a mantle. Ooh, we're going to have to do something with this here. Guys, when you see this, like this little thing here, what I'm going to do, hopefully, is we're just going to demo it. Okay, so we can have, it takes away from the room. We will either keep this stone and just paint it, depending on what we uncover when we demo here, or we'll put like some tile there and make it really pop and be very updated. My tile guy's already coming. It's not a big expense, but it's a big wow factor. I'm seeing the bathtub again. I'm seeing the handles missing. Bathtub's probably going to be gone. All right, exterior. There's not a lot on the exterior. We're going to pressure wash. We're going to paint. May or may not, you know, do some siding here and slate at the front, depending on my, not one, on my budget, but two, kind of what's the real necessity of the curb appeal here. You know, I'll just get another look and feel for it whenever we view it in person. It looks like we are missing a lot of baseboards in this house. Which begs the question, why? Was told it did not flood. Were they telling the truth? You know, that's one of those things where it's a red flag. Like, why are you missing a bunch of baseboards? That looks horrible. It may work like a champ, but it looks bad. This thing's going to go. These old wooden covers are going to go, by the way. The countertop will probably stay. Okay, some soffit repairs, some fascia repairs. See some vanity lights, fluorescent lights. He's showing me kind of what our texture situation is, showing me the garage. The cooktop doesn't look bad, but I'm a big stainless guy. Like concrete, we're definitely going to pressure wash it, but not necessarily replace it. There's that situation. Don't know what we're going to do there, quite honestly. Probably going to put some trim board on this siding if we can. Also call it a rot board. Going to paint that if we can. Some wonky shelving we may have to do some repairs with. All right, that's all of our pictures. So good, bad, or indifferent, we're going to proceed and finish our phase 1 scope of work because we don't have any more pictures and data. At least I don't think that we do. So that's kind of where we're at. So we're going to move forward with what we got. Looks like someone else is trying to hop onto the call here. Why can't I see them? What is it called? Oh, what is it called on AC replacement? So let me show you. Okay, let's do the AC section. So this is a very generic thing, Lucy, where it depends on the size of the house and all that kind of stuff. But what I like to do, what I like to say is like to be comprehensive rather than accurate. So right now, I saw the air registration error returns there, so we're going to do that. Install new condenser, furnace, and evaporator coil. It's $4,500 if we have to replace all of that. If it's only, this is going to be yellow. If it's just a condenser, because sometimes the evaporator coil and all that's been done, it's half that cost. So I'm hoping it's only the condenser, and I'm hoping my ductwork runs are okay. But these are something that we're going to be sending my AC guy down to look at. Most times I will tell you. Like for example, install new condenser. This is going to be my goal. To be quite honest with you. I'm going to try to go that direction, and no ductwork. So this is my goal for this job, to service it, check everything out, inspect the ductwork. So hopefully I can delete this item here, and get away with only installing the condenser, but that will, remain to be seen. What's the life of a condenser in Texas, in the hot Texas sun, where they say like 5 to 7 years? Seen them go longer, 10 or 12 years, but it's not uncommon for an AC to crap out in 5 to 7 years, depending on how you service it, if it's in the direct sunlight, all that type of stuff. All right, so I'm going to blast through some things here. So exterior, brick and mortar repair. Probably, but I haven't seen evidence of that, so I'm just going to leave it there. We're not going to remove doors and install brick, or windows install brick. We're not going to create, door window openings. We're not going to create a dryer hole. Brick and mortar fill to post tension cables, that's around the bottom of the slab. We do that a lot. We're definitely going to pressure wash, including driveways and sidewalks. We're not installing porch columns. Remove cable, foam wires from home. Storm doors, I don't remember any. I'll leave it there just in case. We always seal expansion joints. We always seal around exterior windows. I don't think that we're going to do any shutters there. Sometimes we do, but and I may consider it with this house, because the front elevation, with this home is just kind of blah. But now I'm looking at it, there's not really a place to put shutters. It's just kind of blah. So I may put some really nice lights here. May put some hardy siding in here, or slate, because I really need to do something, in my opinion, just to kind of make it feel like home. Because it on the interior is fine. But exterior, it just doesn't it looks like a little rental property, honestly, is what it looks like. And also, guys, this is an ideal type of rental property, but don't see myself going that way. We may sell with owner financing, but we've got a shortage of inventory right now. And this is not appearing to be a down market. So right now, my core, and how I generate a majority of my income is from flipping houses. That's how I feed my family. That's how I pay my personal bills, is flipping. So we're going to focus on flipping right now a little more than I actually anticipated, to build up cash reserves and things like that, in case that this market continues to go up for a while. Then whenever it starts to correct and go down, then we'll buy more cash flow type of properties, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to kind of guesstimate some things here, and then I will update accordingly on Friday. Fascia boards, soffit screens, probably. We may do some cement board planks in the beginning and the entry. That was probably about 150 square feet. We may replace some siding, I don't know. Miscellaneous trim boards, door trims maybe, windows trims. All these things are maybe, so I'm just leaving them there. Okay, so that's my basic exterior scope of work right now that will be adjusted accordingly. I don't see any gutters with this house, so I'm just going to delete all this. Let's do this. Okay, we'll clean that up later. So exterior painting, yes, this is going to be a very clean one-tone paint job. We're not going to paint the brick, not sanding and staining the front doors. We are going to paint the roof ends, paint the front door, paint the exterior slab surface. That's like the front porch or back porch, maybe. So that's all I'm going to do there. Slate at front exterior patio, probably. This is about 12 feet by 2.5, 3 feet. So I'm going to put 40 square feet for now. Flush mount light, I don't know. We've got 2 wall mount lights here. I don't know what we have in the back. They have a canopy, so I'm assuming we have 3 wall mount lights. I don't know if we have any floodlights. Mailbox situation, I really don't know. There's not one on the front of the house. There may be one at the street. I don't know, so I'm going to leave these items. I'm going to go with an upgraded numbers for the front of the home. The deck, probably not. There is no lattice. There we go. I don't know these items until we look at it, so I'm just going to leave it there. Landscaping, a very basic low cleanup mow edge, manicure beds, which is going to be right here. We're not going to create a new bed, but we will do some mulch, and we'll probably put about 3 bushes out there. 1 yard of mulch should do it. No sod. I don't think we have any trees, so I'm going to delete those items. So when you see that, if I sort up here, data, sort range, all of my exterior work is done. I'll delete these items. All right, hopefully everybody's with me. We're moving to the interior of the house. So we typically bring trash and demo guys to do trash and demo. Doesn't look like there's a lot in this house, so that's very good. The house is vacant. They're still going to demo some tub surrounds. We've got line items for that. So my demo guy has 2 different prices, one for like loose items and then one for like heavy lifting kind of stuff. So I have most of my heavy lifting in this job kind of built in. So I'm assuming there's going to be one load, stuff in the attic, stuff in the garage, things like that. There's no flood property items. There's no framing. I'm just going to delete it. Sheetrock. So there's typically some sheetrock repairs, little things, yada, yada, yada. I'll kind of assess that in person. I don't see any place where sheetrock or paneling needs to be removed or replaced. I didn't see an intercom system. We're not going to cover fireplace. There is wallpaper that needs to be removed. Probably going to retexture at least all the walls, probably the ceiling, but I don't know, so I'm going to leave both of those items for now. You see how this is inflating my budget, but I'm okay with that for now. Cover all items, yes. This is kind of a labor cost and material cost that we pay them. We're going to go walls and ceilings. I'm sorry, walls one color, ceilings white. Prime paint, fireplace brick, maybe. It would be technically kind of like stone. Maybe. I don't know what we're going to do there yet. We're going to paint the interior high tint black. There's no paneling. Apologize, I'm talking quick, but I'm just trying to take you guys through all this. So this is general stuff. So I'm gonna try to keep the front door. That being said, once again, we're dealing with, you know, a curb appeal issue. So that looks like a screen door and I can't tell what is behind it. So we may end up doing this and kind of get a nice little door action going there, but I don't know. Hopefully we don't need any other doors, exterior doors, solid doors like from the garage to the house, but we might, so I'll leave it there. These are our entry door lock sets, front door, back door, garage, 3 set. Doubt we have to replace just any doors, but we're probably going to replace interior doors. I'm gonna say 11 on a house this size. What I saw is what it should look like. I didn't see any door jambs or casings. May need some of those things, but I'm gonna just assume we're not. We're gonna replace all the interior doorknobs. We're gonna replace door stops. We're gonna keep our French doors, maybe do other stripping, we'll see. We're gonna install basic blinds, probably about, you know, a dozen or so. Nope, don't need any of these items. We are going to install smoke alarms, basic ones. Hopefully we don't need an attic ladder latch. We definitely need baseboards. I'm gonna have to figure out how much we're missing and why. No crown molding. Don't think we need window sills, window trims. We will replace some light bulbs since we're keeping some light fixtures. We don't have burglar bars. We do not do doorbells. We will replace air filters, and if we need to, we will install insulation in the attic. Okay, so flooring. So let's talk about this. So my plan for flooring is going to be most likely entry, living room, hall, breakfast, kitchen, and that's bathrooms. I did not see utility room. I believe the utility room is in the garage. Okay, so this house is 1,000 square feet. We have 3 bedrooms. The bedrooms are approximately 100 to 150 square feet, maybe in the master bedroom. So I probably have about 350, 400 square feet for my bedrooms. So simple math would be 400 square feet of carpet, 1,000 square feet of tile. There's like a 10% factor of a square footage of a home that there's no flooring space. It's under cabinets and it's in the framing, yada, yada, yada. So I'm gonna guess we have about 900 square feet of tile. Okay, we get this really sharp tile from Floor & Decor for 67, 70 cents. It's pretty awesome. This is just my notes of where the tile is going to go. The only other thing I need for carpet is the 25-ounce carpet and padding. Bedrooms and closets, probably 400 square feet. So we're just going to roll with that. New tack strips, probably not. We can use those. The flooring, hard surface does have to be removed. I got to get a little bit better ballpark on how much flooring they're going to remove. Okay, so this also will be done a little bit more in depth tomorrow, but I saw that we need a flush mount in the entry, the breakfast, probably the hall, secondary bedroom. Probably not doing any recessed lighting, any baffles. Sconce, I don't know. Chandelier, no. Hanging flush lighting. Actually, we are going to do a hanging table light in the breakfast, and I actually have one from another project that we removed. So we're going to use that. No chandelier. Ceiling fan, no light kit, no. Basic ceiling fan, yes. We're going to do a ceiling fan in the master bedroom. No extension rods. Fluorescent lighting, yes. In the kitchen, we'll do a nice fluorescent light there. Don't think we need any pendant lights. We need vanity lights, yes, we do. In the bathrooms. Globe lighting, probably in the closets, the sink, you know, something like that. I don't think we're going to run any circuits and switches here, so I'm going to call that a wrap on my lighting. I didn't see anything else that jumped out at me here. I'm just going to do that there and give myself some space for notes. This will make sense in a little bit, I promise. I didn't see anything here. But I'm going to leave these in here. I'm going to leave these things in here just in case. We always use stain closet rods throughout the house. I've already done my kitchen. Whoops, I'll have 2 items here for the stove. Utility, I believe this is in the garage. So the only thing that we may do is a supply water box. I don't think we need anything. Let me see something, guys. I apologize. I'm going to wrap up. I know we're over time. Yeah, so here's my washer and dryer area. So we may do a water box, but there's not going to be much expense for the utility room. We're already done hall bath. We're already done master bath. Garage, yeah, we don't want to spend a lot of money in the garage for obvious reasons. You know, we typically, unless it's like brand spanking new, will remove the garage door opener because it just kind of costs us money. Sometimes we'll paint the slab if it looks really bad. Hopefully we can keep the door. We will do sheetrock repairs. I didn't see any sheetrock missing. We'll prime the walls, remove the garage door. I'm going to leave this in there in case we have to service the door, but the everything else looked okay. We've already gone over HVAC. We've already gone over electrical. Plumbing, we haven't done that. Things that we typically do: shut-off valves, supply lines, interior exterior hose bibs. No, we already have a water heater. This is probably going to be okay, but maybe it's not. We're not going to repipe the house. I hope not. I need to know when this house was built. A sewer line replacement, we're not doing that. Probably not doing this item. This is a one load of trash type of job, so I'm going to leave it as one. And we're going to clean the house. We're not going to scrape the windows. So if I go up to the top, Lucy, my exit strategy is to flip this house. So if I go up to the top, I say, holy crap, Batman, we have a problem because I'm at 47,000 and I need my budget. Oops, I forgot to do this. Woo. So hold on. Brant does not need to have a heart attack yet. Data, sort range, A. Okay. So now these are all the items that I deleted the numbers, if you saw that. So these are items that we don't need. So I'm going to delete that. I no longer need these 2 columns. So I'm deleting those. I go up to the top. Bada boom. Bada bing, my friends. Now this is not done, right? I still have a lot of items that I can remove from this scope of work, okay? So, you know, there's a lot, this may actually increase. Everything else, let's see here, if there's some numbers I need to update. I don't think I'm going to do this because I'm doing slate, but there we go. A lot of these things will be removed. I don't think we're doing fence work. I don't think we're going to need 2 doors, but you never know. Baseboards, I'm going to put in 100 linear feet. I don't think I need this light fixture. These are kind of like nothing items. There may be costs here. If not, I'll just delete them. You know, I'd rather factor in additional costs now and just delete it later on. Okay, so I think we're good here. So my last question, just toss this out there to the group, is how many of you would like to meet us whenever we go to walk the property? Either a show of hands, virtual hands, you can post a comment, or you can, and that's our budget right there is 34,000. So where were we at? Okay, so he had, look at that, 35. This is the first time I've put this together. So this is a cost per square foot rule. So I would love to get my budget down to about $30,000, because even though we went up in our, you know, in our offer by $7,000, it still puts us, in position. Let's see here, to get a nice, let's see here, nice profit. So what I'll do, I haven't heard anybody. Okay, so Lou, what I will do is I'll have Jade email everybody and let you know whenever the day and time that we're going to, dang it, what are you doing? The day and time that we're going to meet for this job start. Okay, so my internet's going slow. Acquisitions cost is about 4,000 on this one. Sorry guys, my internet is doing something strange, regardless to say. I don't know if my connection's good with you guys or not, but Safari's acting up. So, long story short, long but very important story is that if these numbers hold to be true, and this is for Oleander, then, you know, sometime in the, you know, I would suspect we can do this one really quick. You know, we can go take this one to market very, very soon. We may deal with the 90-day flip rule we'll cross that bridge later. But this is about a $25,000 to $30,000 profit, which makes sense because I've told you guys before, you know, we're about a 15% margin business, right? So if it's a $200,000 sale, our company should make about a 15% profit margin after kind of all the dust settles. So I hope that was good training. Please let me know. That is, guys, how we put together, you know, a phase one kind of quick estimate just based off some pictures and square footage. Now we're going to go to phase two, finalize, dial in the numbers, and meet with our guys to do a kickoff job start. So I will message you. I will have Jade message you guys, and I'll let you guys know when we're going to do this. Okay, sounds good. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. Go out, kick butt, take names, take action, and I'm here for you guys. So let me know if I can do anything to help.